From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Cairns. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas at Stunning Digital Marketing. In this podcast, I talk about setting boundaries in your agency and why you need to stick with them. And I give an example of a client who actually broke those boundaries, and then they wonder why they have issues. Grab a drink, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This podcast is brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, the digital marketing agency for all your business needs. We are also your WordPress security experts, having over 14 years of experience locking down, backing up, and protecting WordPress websites. Go to stunningdigitalmarketing.com for more info or stunningdigitalmarketing.info for links to everywhere we can be found on the web. Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas at Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's quick podcast, I want to talk a little bit about boundaries in an agency and why you need to set them and some of the things that you should do in order to set those boundaries. So, kind of what precipitated this little bit of a discussion was I went through a situation in my agency recently where I had a client who decided that we needed a reset meeting for a project. So I set that reset meeting and I actually sat down with them and said, okay, everything's off track, so let's get it back on track. And then they promised to hand me information that evening. Needless to say, it didn't come. What I actually got was the dog ate my homework story, i.e. word blew up, and I didn't get it done, and I didn't see fit to finish off what I promised you. That's great, especially considering in this case I'd said to the client, I give them Tuesday and Wednesday all day to get this done because I wanted to help them. Well, the reality of it was I never got the information till Wednesday evening. And I had other stuff booked, and then I went into my July vacation and so on and so forth. But in this all, the client decided to see fit and go into my booking system, which I have an online available link, and book 16 daily meetings because they know, frankly, I don't take phone calls typically just ad hoc. It usually needs to be scheduled. And there's a number of reasons. I'll get to that in a minute. That's one of my boundaries. Schedule some phone calls. The other boundary is don't book 16 meetings. My booking policy on my website actually says that will get you banned from my booking system, and there's penalties attached to abusing the system and so on and so forth. So there's boundary number 2. Boundary number 3 is I usually don't work after 5 p.m. Eastern, or I don't take calls after 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, and I generally don't take calls for non-emergencies except on the weekend. So that's another boundary. And why am I talking about all this around boundaries? Like, let's be frank. Agency owners are their own worst enemies. We all set boundaries down, and at the end of the day, we all break them. And we say, we'll let it go this time. We'll let it go this time. We'll let it go this time. And then you really don't have boundaries. The boundaries become the exceptions. And I'm not a big fan of letting boundaries go. I actually tend to enforce them and say, here they are. I don't mind giving a little bit of leeway, but abuse, breaking of boundaries isn't the type of person I want to work with. And that's not a good idea. So, as an agency owner, what I would say is define your boundaries, make sure you communicate your boundaries, put them in contracts on your website, which I do, and so on, and then stick to those boundaries. Because if you don't stick to the boundaries, you end up in the situations I've been in past where it's, oh, I need this job, so I'll just give in on the boundaries. I don't recommend doing that really. What I suggest doing is defining some boundaries, communicating them, and stick to them. And that seems harsh, but on the other hand, if the person doesn't accept those boundaries, they can choose to work with somebody else too. So I think for your own sanity, mental health, and workflow, boundaries are a must. Rob Cairns, CEO, founder, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas and Stunning Digital Marketing, talking about boundaries in your agency, why they matter, and please stick to them. Thank you. Bye for now. This podcast is brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, the digital marketing agency for all your business needs. We are also your WordPress security experts, having over 14 years of experience locking down, backing up, and protecting WordPress websites. Go to stunningdigitalmarketing.com for more info or stunningdigitalmarketing.info for links to everywhere we can be found on the web. This podcast is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much. I love you, and I think about you every day. For more information about Stunning Digital Marketing, your digital marketing experts, go to stunningdigitalmarketing.com or go to stunningdigitalmarketing.info to find out all the great places that Rob Cairns can be found on the web.